You hear me all right, by the way? Can you hear me okay? Yeah, I can hear you guys at your side, but I guess you can't hear me.
He's trying to.
Can you hear? Hello? You got me now, right? Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is Claire there by any chance?
Yeah.
No.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No one is responding, so I'm guessing that you can't hear me at all. We really should have tested this beforehand.
If you take the headphones out, it won't.
Right, so it's saying, looks like we can't talk to you again. Okay. Cool. All right. So, am I right in thinking that this session is for Claire Fennick? Yes. But she's not here in the room.
Yes.
Yes. Where is she?
Hi.
She's hiding. Okay. That's the main reason why I'm confused, because Claire isn't speaking to me right now. How is everyone else doing, by the way? Good. I can only see half of the room. Are there more people over that side? Over to the left.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, I was massively confused because there is somebody called Edwin Thomas talking to me. Is he also in the room? No. Okay. Anyway, I'll crack on because we've lost a bit of time through that confusion. Claire asked me to come and speak to you today about online writing and online storytelling for the children. I'm actually working on a project called Night Zookeeper, and that's something where primary school age students have accounts for a place where they can write stories, poetry, newspaper articles, anything they want really, and then it's linked up to a teacher account, and all this sort of comes together to help the teacher review what the student's writing, leave them feedback, and hopefully get that assessment cycle working so the student can up level their writing and improve. I can actually show you some of this working in action. Can you just shout if you can see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sort of see yourselves on the screen right now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is what the teacher sees when they use Night Zookeeper. So this is their account. They have all of their students down the left-hand side, and the little numbers show when the students have produced some writing. So if I go into this student, you'll see that all of this writing has been published by the teacher, which is why it's all green. Another thing that students will do on Night Zookeeper is draw little characters they will write stories about as well. Krusty the Krab. And you get stories like this coming through. As a teacher, you can leave comments for the students. from your account as well, and give them feedback. As I said, you can even assess their writing from here as well. And then if a student has writing that's not published, it will be like this, and it's just really, really simple for the teacher to hit the green button and to publish the writing for them. The good thing about Night Zookeeper is that it's completely safe for the students because they everything they produce is actually moderated by a teacher. So they won't see any comments on their writing unless the teacher has published a comment. I'm trying to find you an example of one of these comments. Yeah, so here, I love this poem, can you write another? That came from an American user to this person in the UK, and it was then published so that the student can see it. So everything is kind of locked down for the student, and the teacher has full control over what happens. So a couple of other features that the school has when they sign up, they get this class blog. And a class blog is really a feed of all of the writing. So this is what it'll look like for the students. And they'll be able to click on something they like the look of, have a read of it, and then post a comment at the bottom telling the user what they think of their writing. And hopefully it creates a community and it just encourages the students to write more, practice their skills. Another thing we got that we just added a few weeks ago was a competition called Star Writing. This is really the prompt this week is actually pretty cool. It's been created by one of the teachers in the community. So Mary Collins is a teacher in Cyprus. So she's created this prompt, what is love? And she's asking primary school students to write pieces on what love means to them. You should definitely have a read of this. I'm gonna post the link across to you because there are some very, very interesting takes on what love means to a primary school student. One student actually debated, I don't know if I can find it, but they debated whether they loved sweets or their family more. Luckily, their family came out on top, but it was a close call, I think, for a while there. So that competition actually runs. It runs all week, from Sunday to Sunday, and the students can enter into it's a global competition, and hopefully they'll get feedback from obviously people around the world. But again, it's trying to help them. It's trying to give them an audience for their writing, and just give them lots of different ways that they can practice their creative writing, and give them something a little bit more exciting than just writing in their book. I'll show you quickly the student side. So this is what it looks like. That's my my friend Elvis Teddy, and the students have this is their kind of home page, if you will. So we drop them into one of their enclosures of one of the animals. They all have a map, so they can create as many of these characters as they want and write about them. I'll take you to another one so you can navigate around like that. So this is the Jabba. They've got all these kind of quick links at the top, which take them to all the different activities they can do on the site. They can write in all of these different styles on the website. We give them, if they click story, we give them a random challenge. This animal's called M&M, and obviously it's an M&M, but it's also a rapping M&M. If you get the double meaning there, so you've got to try and write a story featuring that character, and you have a selection of word bank words. You have some objectives for the students to try and hit, and then obviously once they've written the story, it gets sent to the teacher, so the teacher can assess it and complete that cycle again of write, assess, and then improve. the things we got on here is you've got a league table. So every time a student gets a published story, they score points. So it helps again, an extra dimension for those kids that are really competitive. It might get them on and help drive that inspiration and that motivation to write. They also have little notifications so they can get little comments or get that when they get their writing published. We tell them about it. So it takes the form of a little social network, if you will, for the kids. But I would like to stress again that actually nothing happens on here without the teacher seeing it and having the control, strict controls over what the student sees and reads. And yeah, I mean that's about it. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail around it, but I think for you guys, I mean, it would be wonderful if you're interested in looking into this further and looking into how online writing can have an impact on students' writing levels. Then it would be great if you could, you can actually sign up as a commenter. So, for example, if I take this, if I log out of this account, I can show you how to do that. If you'd like to give a little bit of your time to give some feedback for some kids on their writing, then we'd love to get sort of adult volunteers involved. So if you click on any story that you like the look of, you can then create an account as a commenter. You can register and you just fill in that very simple form, and it then just takes you in. If I show you what mine looks like, it takes you in, and then you can write a comment to this student and post it, and they obviously get that feedback, and they can hopefully improve their writing as a result of your help. So yeah, I mean that's Night Zookeeper in a nutshell, and I'll stop sharing my screen now. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I used to be a primary school teacher, and I started this because I was really passionate about the power of technology in education, and especially for primary school students. And I did see that through a number of initiatives, that writing online had really boosted the performance and the levels of student writing. So that was kind of the inspiration in a way to start off this project. Yeah, I mean, have you guys got any questions about? Because I would like to address specifically what your seminar is addressing. I mean, I know Claire gave me the gave me this sort of overview around you starting to look at online writing. Some people were a little skeptical as to how safe it was for children to write online. I mean, have you got any thoughts or any questions now you kind of know the basics of what I'm working on?
Any questions?
There's always a quiet time.
I've got a question, Paul, to start us with. What for you is a real standout experience when you're working on the Night Zookeeper?
I'll give you one example of a standout experience so far. I've been working with a school in Norfolk. They've been using Night Zookeeper for about a year now. They've got one particular girl in year 5. Her name is Lindsay, and she's actually written an incredible amount on Night Zookeeper. Because we quantify the word count when the children have work published, quantify that. So I know that she's written over 60,000 words on Night Zookeeper, which you can think about, like when you've got to write a dissertation. It seems like a lot to write like 10,000 words, but she's obviously written like 6 times that. And this is all this is all her creative writing, and it's all. She's actually done a great job. Now she started to leave feedback for all the other students. So she's almost turned into a second teacher in that class, and she's left an incredible amount of comments and encouraging her classmates to continue writing and give them feedback and help them with their their basic writing skills, really. But I'm sure that she's learned a huge amount by being that engaged in the topic of writing, and I'm sure she's learned a lot by trying to teach other people how to write. Well, I'm very proud that we've been able to create a tool that's had that level of impact on a student. Were there any other questions? Or I'm interested in the debate around this and the debate around the impact of online writing. So has anyone got any thoughts as well on the impact that it could have?
Go on. Anybody have got any thoughts on it? Have you got any concerns about it?
The fact that it's their classmates that are in the conversation and are reading the comments, do you think it's quite important that they kind of know the audience to which they're writing to? Or does that kind of help with the other comments things, and that they kind of know what their classmates would want to see and read and things?
Yeah, I think I got that question. So with them commenting on their classmates' work, is it important for them to know the audience before they write their comments?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I know we've in some parts of the website we've opened it out so that they can comment on people outside of their class. Again, the teacher responsible for that student always sees the comment first before they publish it. But I think for them, they all kind of, because they're all using the website, they all have one shared context. So they know each other very well. They almost know each other through the community and through the types of activities they're doing. So we do try and we provide lessons for them on how to leave good feedback and how to be constructive. So we try and teach the children, because it's not an easy skill to actually leave good quality feedback. But they are getting a lot better from the comments that I'm reading day to day. Their level of feedback is getting better, and yeah, that important element of making sure that Night Zookeeper is completely locked down, so that teachers have full control over what the children see, is vitally important. I think there are, people are right to be skeptical and concerned when children are involved, and it's best to look into these things very, very well before you attempt to use them with children, because there are services out there that allow children to have open chat and talk to each other directly, and we've been very careful not to do that. So Night Zookeeper is completely safe. If you ever decide to become a primary school teacher and you want to use Night Zookeeper, then and you know that it's completely and utterly safe for all of your students to use. Were there any more either questions or thoughts before I head off?
Yeah, well, I think we do have a couple more questions. Do you want to go first? You look like you've got a burning question.
So did he say that a peer could comment on some? So like if I wrote something, then Caitlin could say whether it was right or wrong and correct it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
What if they don't know? Like, if they don't grammatically correct it and do the punctuation stuff?
Okay, so you're saying, what if the student that leaves the feedback leaves incorrect feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, the comment actually goes into the teacher's feed, so they can read that comment, and if the feedback is not correct and it's going to lead the student down a wrong path, then they can just not publish that comment. That student would never receive it. That feedback would never get through. But yeah, that's an excellent point. We have had some amusing comments where students have tried to teach others how to spell a word correctly, but then spelt things like they've said, "Oh, check your spelling," but then have spelt spelling wrong. Things like that. So yeah, you do need to keep an eye out for those kind of things. Was there another question from someone?
Yeah. How frequently would the children need to use it for it to actually have an impact on their writing? Will it be like once a week thing or once a term or,
I think that's another good question. I mean, we have schools that use it in varying degrees. So there are schools that just use the weekly writing challenges, and we have schools that use it every day. I think that if students are practicing their writing, it doesn't really matter if they're practicing it on Night Zookeeper or they're practicing with pencil and paper. Whatever activities they're doing, I'm sure that it's having an impact and it's improving them. For us, I'd say for us to see like the optimum impact on a student, it would be great if they could have a session at least once a week on Night Zookeeper. I mean, the other great thing about it being online is that teachers can set homework tasks. So generally, students will be practicing their writing at home as well, which I think extending that school day and giving students extra time to practice can be really vital, especially at an age where they're really developing so quickly. I mean, there's no easy answer to that, but I'd say once or twice a week to get that constant practice happening for the students, then it's going to have a serious impact on their learning, definitely.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got another one.
Do you hope that when this takes off more, that it will become like a summer school thing, that students can write on there as like a graded thing?
Yeah, I mean that would be awesome. I think we had quite a few summer schools in America using it like quite formally last year, so they would actually use it in a summer camp. But yeah, I mean I'd love it if I think during the last half term we saw about 1,500 sessions on the website each day during a half term period in the UK alone. So that was great to see that the students are still going on and writing even in their holidays. So we'll be keeping an eye on it this summer, because this will be sort of the second real full summer that we've had with a good amount of children writing on the site. And we'll try and do a report after the summer to see how many students produced and practiced their writing over the holidays. Because that would have a big impact on transition as well. You always hear lots of talk about a transition from one year to the next, and the students actually forget a lot of what they've learned over the summer because it's such a long holiday. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to help with those sort of downtime from school as well. Yeah, thanks for your questions. That was cool. And thanks, and sorry for the confusion at the beginning.
I think that's my fault. I forgot to remind you that I had to have somebody else's admin rights.
Yeah, I thought you changed your hair. But no. But yeah, that's cool. So well, anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of the seminar, and if you want to get in touch or you're interested in doing any research on Night Zookeeper or online writing, then I can share my email address with you, no problem.
Thank you very much, Paul. We'll see you later on today again.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, guys, take care.